for desperate movements. That's what Steve's doing right now.
Read
the policy.
Read
it.
Immigration is covered in there. Meg Whitman has put it out there.
That's right.
And unlike Steve Poizner, who has yet to put it out there, he's put a couple taglines in
Jerry
the commercial.
Brown, who's almost 1 foot on the ground, is not going to put anything out there.
We love Jerry. Go Jerry.
Put you under.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love Jerry. You know you don't.
That's right. Well,
Ben and Jerry. I like Ben and
Jerry
Jerry.
Brown sucks.
Well, let's talk about amnesty because
he sucks.
I believe this was
look at
President Reagan's
look at his eyes. His eyes are beady. He got beady little eyes. That's a crazy looking white man.
Wait a minute.
smoking.
John's getting ready to make a point about
let
President
John
what?
speak. Yes.
Well, this was, back in, I think it was
John.
86 when President Reagan, had this compromise where he granted the amnesty, one-time amnesty. And if
a Republican.
Yes, it's one.
Your favorite Republican of all time.
It's one of my,
and he did amnesty.
But you know what? It's one of the worst mistakes he made because
we can't be perfect in all aspects.
I honestly
like
believe that we should have.
How about that one?
I believe that the guest worker program that was on back then should have kept in place.
Okay.
I worked on the border for 3 years.
Let's say it again. You believe what?
I believe that the guest worker program should have been kept in place instead of the amnesty.
Slow your roll. What is the guest worker program?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know what that is.
I believe that instead of just having this free flood of people coming up,
but what is the guest worker program?
A guest worker program would be something that would check people in at the beginning, okay, at the in their own home country, okay, and then after they've been vetted and we know why they're coming here, they're coming on a temporary program. Hey, we bust them up to various areas, where the need is greatest. Of course, I would vet this through the employment office as well. I believe that we should also make sure that California, especially with unemployment as high as it is, we vet that first. And but once the agricultural industry has said, okay, as many people who want to come up here and work in the fields, we have those now. We need more. Then you have the guest worker program that allows people to come up. We do that, and then...
Is it a good program?
Then they can have children that will become citizens.
Hey,
no, they can't.
Ding, ding.
Actually, that is not true because actually one of the requirements to be U.S. citizens is that you have to be born of people that are subject to the jurisdiction of this country.
Wow.
And if you're born to people that are only here on a guest worker temporary visa thing, they are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. And so even if they come up and they had kids during that time, they're not citizens. They can become citizens through the standard process. And I believe in legal immigration. We have to get that process going. And I know there's a lot of clogs and all that, but you know what? Just because an engine's not working doesn't mean you circumvent it and break the law and go another way. You fix the engine. So I believe in fixing that engine. But if the guest worker program were working properly, these people would come, they'd work. We'd have, not only would they have 3 hot meals and and clean quarters, they would even have, I believe you could even have medical care for them if something goes wrong, if they have some dehydration issues. You treat them humanely, okay? What the amnesty program has done is it has basically relegated these people to inhumane levels. It says, hey, just come across. Because it allows them to, hey, you know what, come across. The border, I'll tell you, people think the border is this nice little area you can walk across, whatever. It is dangerous, not just because of other people going on, whatever. We had the Navy bombing ranges along there, and we would try to get these people off the bombing ranges before they would walk across ordnance that hadn't exploded yet. But also we'd find people who are dehydrated. Some people don't know about the river that flows.
So overall, what I'm hearing is that you have a lot of complexity when it comes to amnesty, when it comes to immigrants, when it comes to the bills that are currently in place. One of the bills that was done through a Republican administration you don't support.
Absolutely. I don't think Republican politicians are perfect by any stretch. I think the best thing going on right now
How do we correct that, though?
Well, we have to hold them accountable. This is where transparency has to come through, not just for Democrats and everything else,
but for all parties.
All politicians need to be held accountable.
Well, let me ask you this. We got the family in the chat room because they probably are chatting
Absolutely.
away. Danny's online right now talking back and forth.
Right.
They want to hear about this beautiful... Irish, I call you a gumbo.
You want to hear about my beautiful little girls there?
No, I'm talking about just the fact that you're such a gorgeous man with all this stuff going on inside, and you're so politically, I love that.
Okay.
Because the passion of what you stand for is going to come out once you're elected as state senator.
You bet.
I know as state senator, you're going to kick ass, man.
Well, I'm trying,
but
if they think I'm going up there, to
you're a real changey, hopey kind of guy.
Right. If I'm going to go, I'm not going up there to vote the way the Republican agenda is. If I don't agree with it, I'm going to represent the people of the South Bay.
Chatting, talking to the family. Daniel, what are you hearing out there?
Well, I want to say something about what GNN said, okay, Mac McAllister, he's from Port Townsend. You know, he was listening to what John said about the program for the visiting workers to come here. Mm-hmm. He was like, it's like a new slavery. That's how he feels. He just feels that, you know, that may not be the answer. Because that's like kind of going back to what
we feel is taking advantage of folks again in the same way that they. And also, I think some of us think it's like "don't ask, don't tell" applied to immigration. It's one of the.
Well, when you have them in a program like that, you actually are able to take care of them because rather than just having them come across and basically it's I view amnesty as importing poverty. And you need to give these people. If people want to come across, great. But we're in a program like this. All of them that are coming across under this program are going to have a job because that's why they're coming. But they're going to have opportunities to be well fed, be well taken care of, humane accommodations while they're there. We're not going to be packing them 17 people into a room. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But John, that's for like Californian. Border, the border country that's in Mexico, okay? See, I come from an immigrant family, and my family literally just walked off a boat and stayed here.
Right.
Okay?
Well, that's what my grandfather did. Literally walked off the boat in New York and stayed here.
And under today's policy, they would be sent back.
No, I fully understand that.
We wouldn't have John.
We have 5 minutes left of the show, so Danny, you got 1 minute.
My point is that I think we kind of need to look at it a little. If the other stuff didn't work in the past and what have you, there are people that have been here 20 years, 10 years, whatever, that have, that are probably here illegal, that are here illegal. I think for them it has to be something different. You know, I just, that's how I feel. Because they've already, it's time for them to start putting into our system.
John, you have 1 minute to respond to that.
Yeah, I just think something different. I don't know the answer on that, but I don't want to go back to the old way.
John?
Well, the new way we're going to have to handle this is that we're going to have to get them processed. And the biggest issue, of course, is that the people who are now in line to come across, we cannot put people in front of those people. But yes, we do need to find a way to get them out of the shadows and get them out of whatever. But right now, our biggest issue right now is obviously those people came across when there were jobs. Now there aren't. So now, we've basically imported our own unemployment that's going on. And we need to basically, let them, make them realize that if they're looking for work, they may have to go back to their home country right now.
John, you have 2
to
minutes
handle
left.
that.
Can you tell us a little bit again? You're running. Hold your sign up.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming on
we
the
have
show.
a website up, too.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
We have the website up.
Oh,
doesn't he look cute?
There we go. Absolutely.
You can also Facebook, email, Twitter. John needs donation money.
You can donate.
Please donate. Every $25 helps. That's one of our sayings. Every $25 helps. $50 helps twice as much. But
you believe in giving money. You like money, don't you?
Absolutely. It's
he earns his.
PayPal link is right on there. You actually
PayPal link?
PayPal link's right on there.
What color is that PayPal link?
It's a nice big
yellow.
It says. In fact, I think it's right on my banner there. It's we keep it nice front and center for you all.
Right yellow button right there.
Look at that thing. I can't. Man.
And they can pay by Visa.
Visa, MasterCard, you name it. Everything PayPal takes.
Because we want to see you get money.
I appreciate that. Absolutely.
Absolutely, because you're a good candidate.
Thank you, John.
We're fighting to save California. Thanks for all you guys are doing. Fantastic.
Thank you for coming and sharing your viewpoint.
Thank you, John.
You're on the right side.
Oh, wait. Before we go, I have to say that listening to John, and when I look at and have researched some of the things that Meg Whitman has done and what have you, they speak to people like me. And I think the chat room totally agrees with me.
Excellent.
Because I think that somebody like John would be a candidate that I could relate to. I don't really care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I really don't. Democrats just seem to talk to me, the ones that I can relate to. But if they're saying the wrong thing, I'll be like you, Shirley.
Right.
I'll be like you. Nope, this ain't cool.
Right,
you did it last week. When you screamed on the folks that